What's up? Just if it's JP at the house. Ooh, nursery school. Anyway, I want to talk about confidence again. This probably will be my last, definitely, hopefully it'll be my last video. Anyway, what is confidence? Confidence is it's more or less a belief in a result. And if you don't have any tangible assets or tangible connections or anything to the result, then to have confidence is just totally ridiculous. Okay, it's like if you walk over to a girl and you don't have confidence that you can talk to her, whatever. It's not that you don't have confidence that you can talk to her, because you already know what you want to say or whatever. It's just that you don't know what the result is, and so you're just guessing and hoping and praying for the result. And the other day I had a lesson about this with one of my students, a Japanese lady. I think she was in her 40s and stuff. And the conversation was really, really, really interesting and stuff. I'll see if I can pull over someplace real quick and read it to you guys. It look like they are absent. Look like they're closed here. Okay, so here, let me read this to you real quick, okay? And this is what I had written. Anyway, the name of it is called Confidence Is It Needed? And it's a conversation between two people, A and B. No names or anything, okay? And here, I'll read it for you real quick. I just had a long talk about confidence. How did that turn out? I got mixed responses. Well, what do you think about confidence? I think it's an overinflated balloon. Well, confidence is important to numerous people. I understand that, but knowing what to do and, more importantly, how to do things is much better than confidence. What do you mean by that? If you already know how to study, then where does the confidence come in when you take tests? Well, it comes in because a person studied hard and that person has confidence that he or she will pass a test. That may be true, but better yet, is if you study and memorize how to show the work for the problems, will not the test turn into pages of routine steps? Yeah, that is true, but you still need confidence. Where? You have to have confidence that you did the correct steps. That's the worst answer I heard today. How many times did you practice before you learned to tie your shoe? Many times. Well, do you think you were depending on confidence or the steps? A little bit of both. A little bit of both? Your confidence had nothing to do with it. Tying shoestrings required 4 steps. Anyone with fingers can do that. I guess you're correct, but still confidence is important. You just can't let go. Confidence is not needed if you know what to do. Well, you have a point, but confidence guides me. And then I have 5 questions. What do you think about confidence? Name 5 things if possible. Why did A reject the notion of confidence? Why did B cling on to his notion of confidence? Why do you think people depend so much on confidence? If your friend said that she had confidence that she would pass a test, would you ask her why? Please explain your answer. But anyway, that's what we did, and we went through the conversation and everything. And the whole thing, it was really interesting because she was talking about confidence and talking about this guy and stuff like that. Now, I'm just gonna ramble, but I want to ramble because I got time, I guess. But the whole thing about confidence is people are relying on a predicted or intended or a hope for result. And if you're talking to a woman and you want her to go out with you and things like that, and you go over there and you talk to her, you got confidence that you can get her to say yes, that's ridiculous. And it's not good to do, because people have other things to do in their lives than, accept gifts or an invitation to go out to dinner with a perfect stranger or someone that they know. And to be totally honest, it's just ridiculous to have to depend on a certain answer that you want. And the whole thing about it is, like when we had the lesson stuff with the lady, I asked her, would she go talk to, if she saw a guy she liked, would she go talk to him? And she said no. And I was like, why? She said, oh, because I'm shy. Japanese people, they're shy and they don't talk to strangers. And I'm like, that's a bunch of whatever, because this lady traveled all around the world, so I know she's not shy, but just playing a role and stuff. And I said, okay, but if that man dropped his wallet, then would you go talk to her, or would you tell him? And she said yes. I said, but he's a stranger. She said yes. I said, but you went and spoke to him. She said yes. I said, why? And she said, because he needs help. And I'm like, okay, but if you want to go out with him, you wouldn't talk to him. She said no. And I said, why? And then she said it, because I don't know if he's going to say yes or no. And I said, bam, that's it. Where does the confidence come in that situation? And she was like, well, I guess it doesn't, if you don't know what the answer is going to be. And I said, exactly. And that's the whole thing about confidence. Confidence is not, like, in other words, she was, we talked some more, and she was like, well, I don't have confidence to go speak to the person. And I said, it's not confidence that you need to go speak to somebody. You need courage. And I said, if you see it, like if a guy or a girl see a guy or a girl see a girl or a guy or whoever they want to speak to them, and if they're shy, that's okay, because being shy is perfectly normal, and there's nothing wrong with it, because there are just some people who are just not outgoing, and I'm a shy person. And people think, oh, you're not shy. No, I'm very shy, but I understand a lot of things, and that's why it's easy for me to go talk to these women, but I am shy, and I don't know if I'll ever get rid of that, but, and I'm not going to say I don't pump myself up sometimes to talk to these women, because I'm sure I do, but then, it's all that confidence thing coming. I say, you know what, I don't know if she's going to say yes or no, so all I can do is present my proposal the best I can, and if she say no, fine, but it doesn't mean, anyway. So we were talking about that, and I said what it is you're confusing courage with belief in an answer that you have no control over. And I asked her, I said, if he said no, what would you do? And she was like, well, I would just go somewhere else. And I said, well, would you ask him, well, does he have, if he has time another day or something like that? She said, no. I said, why? She said, because he rejected me. And I said, well, maybe he didn't reject you. Maybe he's just busy, and he might have a meeting to go to, or maybe he's going to meet some other friends, or he's tired, or he just don't want to go out and eat, and that's it. If you give him a chance to answer, or if you ask him, hey, let's go out another time, then you never know. He might say yes, or he just might just say no. And I told her, I said, if a woman says no to my proposal, it's fine, because, and she said, you wouldn't get upset? I'm like, no. Why? I said, look around. There's all kinds of women out, especially here in Japan. You go to Umeda and places like that, just thousands of women all over the place, so why get upset? I wouldn't ever get upset over anything like that, because you just turn around and bound to go another woman, just ask her, and it just gets, just the only thing that's going to happen is you're just going to get tired of asking a lot of women if you don't present the correct proposal to the correct person and stuff like that. And she was thinking like, oh wow, that's true. I didn't think about that. I said, yeah. I said, if you ask the guy, well, do you have a time is there any time open where we can, go out to dinner or whatever, or lunch, whatever? And you never know. He might say, oh, okay, he'll, look at the calendar or whatever, and tell you. And then she was like, oh, I never really thought about that. I said, yeah. I said, the whole thing about confidence is just that confidence is just basically your thinking about an action, a result. And again, like I said, if you don't have any tangible access to those results where you can change it and do the things that you want to, then you will then there's no need for confidence. And courage is only courage is just, how could I say it, something that you need to approach a person. It's the initial move. But in between the initial move to the time that you finish what you have to say, there's nothing in there about confidence and stuff. And the whole thing is, like, some people are like, well, you got confidence in what you say and stuff. It's not. Why do you have to have confidence in what you say? You already know what you're going to say. All you got to do is just get up there and do it. And we were talking about what was that stuff called? We were talking about what was that? Presentations and stuff. And she was saying, well, you have to have confidence if you're going to do a presentation. And I'm like, no, you don't have to have confidence. And she said, yeah, if you go up there and try to do a presentation, you don't have confidence, then you can't do it. And I'm like, all you got to do is just get up there and do it, whether you do it a good job or a bad job. Your presentation, if it was well planned together and organized and stuff, that has, that's different than, having confidence. Now, you can get up there and get some people who will get up there and just start, they'll let their ego get in, like, I'm the man, and blah, 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 and stuff like that. I'm the woman, blah, 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 blah. And that's fine, and if they want to blow themselves up and enjoy it, well, I wouldn't say it. I shouldn't say it like that. But some people can get up there and that's just their abilities and their skills, and they're enjoying the presentation as they give it. Because when you do presentations and stuff, I know some people just have just no rhythm, no soul, and they just get up there. Blah, 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 blah. In the audience too, sometimes they just have no rhythm and soul. You can get, like, I had a friend I met in Nagoya, and he came out here. He was black. He was some white people, and I said this in one of my other videos. And he gave the white people gave a presentation. He gave his presentation. He said his presentation was better, but when he finished, no one didn't clap, but they clapped for the white guy or something like that. Or I'm not sure if that's what he said, but I think it was something like that. And then he said when they went out to eat, that the Japanese guys grabbed the white guys and went out. And it was that same night we had met. And I was like, okay. And I said, so why you said about that? He said, well, because they didn't invite me and stuff. I was like, man, you don't want to go to dinner with no Japanese guys and stuff. All they're going to do is go there, drink. They're going to use some white guys as just like dolls or dogs or cats or something, just for their pleasure, so they can have fun and excitement. So then they go home to their lonely rooms or to their wives or whatever, their lives and stuff. I said, look at what you're doing. We was in a club, right? And I had talked to some couple of girls and stuff, set them up and stuff, And I said, if you were, what would you rather be? Right here in this club with this girl you with, or back in Toyota City, with those white guys? And they probably, because Toyota City closes about 8 o'clock, And I said, they probably in bed by 9 or 10, And I'm sure them white guys probably sitting up in their hotel rooms all by themselves, because I don't think any Japanese guys are going to set them up. And I'm not saying it don't happen, because it does happen, but it's not from an office or meeting like that. And so we went on, had a time, good time stuff. He ended up going home with some girl and stuff, with the girl. And then what happened, we had met up like the next day or two, and he told me he went back and he asked his friends how was it, and he said they just went and ate at an izakaya drunk. The guys got drunk and they ended up going home early, and everybody was home by 9:30 or 10. And out in Toyota City, at that time there is nothing going on at night, because everybody go up to Nagoya and stuff, the Osaka City. And he told the guys what he did, and they was like, oh my God, I can't believe you had such a good time. We should have went with you. I wish we could have went with you and stuff. And he was just, he was just laughing and stuff. And he was laughing and stuff. And I said, see, you don't worry about that stuff. There's so much to do. But anyway, about this confidence and stuff, the only thing you got to remember, what do you have confidence in? If you have confidence in a result that you don't have your hands on and you can't change or anything like that, then you don't need the confidence. Don't worry about what she's going to say or what she's not going to say, because it's her choice. Or it's his choice, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing you can do about that, unless you just offer them a proposal that they just can't refuse. And then if they refuse it, so what? Especially if you're in Japan anyway. There's a lot of other things to do, a lot of other girls to talk to, places to go, and things like that. So that's why I don't like confidence. So basically what I'm saying is, from the time you see a woman to the time you finish to what you have to say, then you should have, it's not confidence, but you should be, have a positive attitude, and not a positive attitude that something's good going to happen, but just a positive attitude about yourself, about what you have to say. Just say what you have to say, relax, enjoy your own conversation, enjoy the time that you have with her.